Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And unsurprised, now Disney, Lucasfilm, Marvel Comics is retconning Luke Skywalker again, and he may not be as powerful as we thought.
Yeah, because they're going to make sure that that's the case.
Yeah, we have to make sure we retcon Luke Skywalker to turn him into a complete shell of his former self. Of course, The Last Jedi did a pretty damn good job doing that.
Well, that's what they're doing. They're following along The Last Jedi, where he's a bad guy. It turns, like, on his nephew and all that. They're following down that in this.
Down that rabbit hole.
They keep retconning stuff and then saying, nah, it was always like this. Because, we just found out Luke Skywalker may not have been as powerful as we thought because we just changed it in the newest comic last month.
Comic book. And we're going to talk about the Luke Skywalker, how they've weakened Luke Skywalker, how they're going to continue to weaken Luke Skywalker, and then also that, the Snoke twist, because this is all related. The Snoke twist.
That was from a couple months ago, actually, that they were going on about this, and they retconned this again. Like, it's not a retcon. Like, hell, it isn't. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, they keep using the comics and the books to retcon and fill in the plot holes that they keep creating in an attempt to salvage the sequel trilogy, which I think most of us can agree that it was kind of a waste of time and a very pointless money grab, cash grab. That's
basically
what it was. So before we get into the video, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We're at almost 90,000.
Yeah,
almost 90,000
so
subs.
Guys.
Getting close to our first 100,000. Hopefully, we'll have
first of many.
First of many hundreds of thousands. And you guys have been awesome. Thanks for the support. Yeah, so this is coming from Ronaldo over at Comic Book Resources. Luke Skywalker may not be as powerful as we thought.
Translation, he might be as powerful as all you thought because, Ryan Johnson already showed where his face belongs.
Yeah, so, again, this is a Marvel comic, another Marvel comic trying to fill in the blanks and make this mess of a sequel trilogy.
They keep retconning things. So then they keep saying it's not a retcon. Like, hell it isn't. It's a retcon. And why isn't he as strong as we thought?
Well, he's not as strong as we thought because apparently Snoke had been talking to Ben Solo for a long, long time, but Luke couldn't pick up on it. Not only did they undo all of Luke and Anakin's heroism at the end of Return of the Jedi, undo Luke's happy ending at the end of Return of the Jedi, now Luke Skywalker can't even pick up on Palpatine / Snoke, whatever the hell is going on, talking to and corrupting Ben Solo because he's just completely ineffective.
That's right, because he's not as strong as we thought. Because he's a man.
He's an impotent Jedi.
Mm-hmm. And, what can we do to make up for the fact that we ruined Luke? We'll ruin him more. Yeah,
they're going to ruin him more. I mean, they keep retconning. They had, Luke had another mentor or something, another female Jedi mentor.
Wait, since when?
It was in the comics.
Oh my God.
Just ignore the comics. The comics,
So they undid the expanded universe. They had all these amazing, strong female characters, these amazing stories that made these stories look really sad. They were just fantastic stories, and they undid all that so they can make comics up to retcon their movies that didn't do well, to try to make them make sense.
Yeah.
So they can say to the fans, it was in the comics. If you were a real fan, you'd read them.
If you were
Most people don't read them.
Most people don't read them.
Because most people don't read comics in general, which is why the comic industry is going down the toilet. Just saying.
So here, apparently, Luke is taking Ben out to the Outer Rim. Luke doesn't pick up on Snoke having a telepathic conversation with Ben, corrupting the teen and putting him on the path to becoming Kylo Ren. Snoke is harnessing Ben's hatred for Luke and his adoration of Vader right under Luke's nose, making the Master Jedi seem like an amateur.
Yeah, of course you are, because, you have to go and ruin everybody because you're so fucking butthurt that everybody liked Luke better over your Mary Sue Ray. You were literally retconning everything in the comics to try to make Luke look incompetent to elevate your characters from the sequel trilogy that no one really seemed to like.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. This is a pattern. This is a pattern where they've been making Luke look incompetent for months, years. Seriously, how could one's protege and prized pupil have this sort of conversation when Luke is right next to him? He should have been a better shield up. He should have had a better shield up for his apprentice, and he should sense Snoke's intrusion.
Well, because there wasn't one until now.
Yeah, I know. In fact, giving Snoke's a Palpatine clone makes Luke look even more average.
I don't even read any more of this guy's stuff because this guy likes to go around the light and like sucking up to Ryan Johnson and trying to make people mad. So
yeah, but okay, this is Ronaldo who clearly
loves She-Ra.
Loves She-Ra.
Thinks it's the greatest thing ever. So that's all you need to know.
Loves to troll. I want to read this last sentence. So this is deliberately trying to troll the fandom.
And so don't give them hits.
Yeah. So we get to the end in typical Ronaldo fashion. So if you're as powerful as he's supposed to be, the Jedi Master should have spotted the red flag right when Snoke's mind enters his ship. Ultimately, we'll still have Luke's back, but this is another sign he shouldn't have been put on a pedestal that much.
Basically, I like The Last Jedi. I'm pissed that everybody likes Luke better and not Rey, who I think deserves to be on the pedestal. So we weakened Luke, and maybe you shouldn't put Luke on a pedestal, is what this whole thing's about.
Yeah, pretty much. Because, I mean, look, we've seen this...
Even though he's been the focus of it for how many years?
Oh, he's not allowed to be. He's not allowed to be because he's problematic. I mean, even Screen Rant, Rey is stronger than Luke. They had a list of all these characters that were stronger than Luke.
Based on?
Kneon? Yeah, I think so. Well, she's all the Jedi.
That's right. So she should be number one. Who's number one?
Number one is, weaker is Darth Vader. I don't know. Weaker is Kylo Ren, but Rey's stronger than Luke. I don't know. It was just a list of who's weaker and stronger than Luke. And this is recent. This just came out like...
Well, of course they did, because that's their narrative. You know, Rey is the chosen one. Luke never was. There's no room on the pedestal because, you know, Rey's up there even though they have gone over the top with Rey. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. But this is like an ongoing pattern. We talked about this before. That and this is coming from, where is this coming from? Disney Star Wars is dumb, Ichibaka. That they're actually in the cartoons that are aimed to be kids' first introductions to Star Wars. They're actually replacing scenes that had Luke in them with Leia.
Yeah.
And making Luke look like a dumbass.
Yeah, because no one was actually standing there going forward. Luke was in a ship and she was on the base. No one was doing that. Luke took down the AT-AT. Let me guess, Leia took it down now?
Yeah, she commanded the soldiers, I think, that took it down, if I remember. This has been a while, but she slaps Luke in the face as Luke awkwardly ties himself up with a grappling hook because he's not capable of swinging across that bottomless pit. Because he's a dumbass. Yeah,
even though he's the one who got them across in the movie, but that doesn't matter now because the Force is now female and only Leia can be in charge. Otherwise, it's not fair.
Yeah, because it should be Luke slapping Leia, apparently. This is from an old comic. So this isn't the only retcon that they're doing.
No, I found this a little while ago, and I actually went out and looked to make sure. Back in September, there was a comic book came out. What was it called? I forget. Was it a Palpatine one or something?
Something Snoke, I think.
I don't know.
Rise of Kylo Ren.
Okay, there was a comic came out back in September. We're talking like 3 months before the film, right? Where they say in the comic that if you've been looking, you'd know about the Snoke being a clone because it was in the comic. And then to which I say, yeah, because you guys, the movie retcons. I'm sorry, it retcons to bring the Emperor back. We know this because multiple people who worked on it said he was not going to be coming back until the Rise of Skywalker, and they pulled that one out of their ass to try to save it. And then the argument was, because the comic said so. The comic that came out 3 months from the movie. The comic that would not have even been in production when the movie started filming, which was August of 2018, more than a year before the comic came out. And that would have been after the script was written and approved, which would take months before that. So it was already decided, and then they went and did the comic.
Yeah, I mean, this is very typical. They keep using, now they can't decide if the comics and the books are canon or not. At one point in time, the comics and the books were 100% canon, and now it seems like they're kind of picking and choosing what they're going to use, because they're finding out they're running into the same problems they have with the expanded universe, where it gets to the point where it's like so big nobody can keep track of everything.
Well, I just vote that they're not canon at all. There you go. Problem solved.
That would be the easiest solution, wouldn't it be? Just to have like whatever's on the movie screen or the TV show, that's actually canon. But yeah, so they're gonna try to retro fix everything with comics and books.
Yeah, but this was a while ago, and they're bringing it up again. And what happened was this one person's like, why do people think that Snoke gaslighting Ben Solo is a retcon? because it's a retcon. Well, not Snoke so much, but him being a clone and all that. Can either of you confirm that Rise of Kylo Ren was written, Revelations of Snoke was taken into account, and then the writer's like, yeah, I knew it when I wrote it. Yeah, it came out in September. Comics are made ahead, but not that far ahead.
Like 4 to 6 months usually.
The movie started filming August, 13 months before the comic came out, and before that, the script had to be written. So this is a load of horse crap, and I'm so tired of them retconning that. No, it was planned. It was not. It was a complete effing retcon. We know this because people that worked in the movie said so. And even the actor said he was never supposed to come back. He was shocked at everybody else when he got a call back, early, 2019. Retcon. It whatever.
Yeah, they're just trying to retroactively make it look like they had a plan, and there clearly was no.
That's because everybody's called them out for not having a plan.
There was no plan, everybody, no plan. There's no way to fix that. They can't fix it. It's just the sequel trilogy is what it is. Just step over it and move on.
Well, now they're gonna go back and explain where Palpatine came from and retcon that all now.
Yeah, they've got a Palpatine book. Here's how Palpatine survived his fall into the bottomless pit where he exploded, and then they blew up the Death Star with him on it, and somehow he's back. Surprise! You gotta buy the book. Yeah,
it's stupid.
Yeah, they did this with the prequels, but not like the. Did they ever finally explain the First Order? Not really.
No, they probably do in a comic or a book.
Yeah.
And they'll somehow say that they meant that the whole time, because a comic will come out like next month. And see, I'm the author of that comic, and I knew about this back when The Force Awakens came out, even though we didn't do a comic about it till now or something stupid like that, because we meant to do that in retrospect.
Yeah. Just throw this in real quick because we brought this up. Speaking of shipping, speaking of retcons. Now they're trying to ship Han Solo and Luke. Did you know about this?
Yeah, because you said about it earlier.
Yeah, they're trying to ship Han Solo and Luke because there was a cutscene from the movie. So now they're a thing. So I'm waiting for them to retro.
Where is this cutscene?
It was supposed to be from The Empire Strikes Back. There was apparently a cutscene from The Empire Strikes Back where Han Solo kissed him. So Mark Hamill says,
why did he kiss him?
Just found out Harrison Ford kissed Mark Hamill in one of the deleted scenes. They really screamed, "Sky Solo Ray." It's like the scene I've been hurt, and Harrison comes in and says, "Hey, you don't look so bad to me. In fact, you look strong enough to pull the ears off a gun, Dark." I reply, "Thanks." His line was supposed to be, "That's to Yomi Jr.," but he didn't say it. He just gave me a little kiss. What?
Well,
yeah.
It sounds like he was messing around.
It sounds like he was messing around, but they'll make it canon.
Mm-hmm. I can't.
They'll make it canon. They'll retroactively have Luke Skywalker pining for Han Solo in a comic.
Mm-hmm. That's why he's bitter, because he has to train Han, Leia's kid.
Yeah, because it should have been his kid.
That's
somehow
right.
Through the magic of space
That's
science.
Right, because he always wanted Han.
Han was always his, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's what they're going to do.
That's
guaranteed.
Totally what they're going to do.
Probably. Most likely.
All right, so we're going to wrap this one up?
Yep.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.